Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got the big dog out today, the Mavic 3 Pro, and I'm right out on the edge of the Snake River Canyon. Today is November 14th. I'm out here with my friend Ted Bowman. He's got his Mavic 3 up in the air right now. But let's take the Mavic 3 Pro and let's go it's kind of roughly southeast of us. We're going to go from this spot we're at here, right on the edge of the canyon, and get out there towards the Swan Falls Dam. So, and I think what I want to do this time, instead of going down into the canyon, I want to fly along the rim, take you along the rim, and you know, see what we can see. There's always interesting things, and I always thought that looks really dramatic too. So, let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. I see no reason not to start recording, so we're going to do that right now. And let's go ahead and hit auto takeoff. And you know what? I didn't start a screen recording, so I'm going to start a screen recording right now. So what you guys didn't see is before I started that screen recording, I went through the safety menu, etc. And we're in Explorer mode, shooting in 4K 30 frames per second. Let's turn the drone around so you can get a good look at it here. You can see that on the Action 2 camera. Yeah, let's just drop that camera down a little bit. And let's do our droning here, reversing up now. And I did a little bit of cross coupling there, kind of straightened that out. So you can see where we're at here on the edge of the canyon. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? That's dramatic, I'd say. And the cool thing about this guy is with the obstacle avoidance, you don't have to worry about. And I saw a little bit of shake in the gimbal there as we came to a stop, so I'll be interested to see how that looks. But that's not good. That's something I've never seen before. But as the drone came to a stop, I saw some gimbal shake there. So it's a big old gimbal on this drone. But that's not a good thing. That's not what you want it to do. So maybe we'll try that again later on. But moreover, I want to turn it around and I want to do what I told you guys we were going to do. Let's kind of just go right. Ooh, wow, I'm seeing more wowies in that gimbal. Yeah, something's going on there with that gimbal. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to go straight down on the gimbal, straight back up. And if we see any more issues with that gimbal, we'll bring it back. That's kind of odd, and we'll reset the whole thing. But yeah, I've never seen that before, that kind of gimbal knock. So, but at any rate, back to yeah, no, look at that. There we go again. Okay, look at that. That gimbal's moving around. Let's bring it home. Yeah, the gimbal is doing something weird. So I'm going to bring it back and land it. Oh, I think I know what's going on. There's a little foam piece in there. I bet you I left in there. Yep, that's probably my fault. Okay, let's do a return to home. Well, I'm just going to fly it back. And I think I know what the issue is. And I think it's user error. In fact, I guarantee it is. I'm surprised it didn't give me a gimbal warning. I am pretty darn sure I know what happened here. Let's bring this guy down and in. And I'm going to bring it right over the top of me, right next to me, and turn it sideways. And yeah, I can see. Can you guys see what the problem is? See that foam piece right behind the gimbal? Yeah, that's keeping the gimbal from working properly. So let's land this guy. Let's bring it out over the pad here. Put it in cine mode. Yeah, so with obstacle avoidance on, as I get close to it, it keeps moving around, but there we got it on the pad. So let me show you what's going on here. I am going to stop recording. I am going to turn off the drone. Okay, the drone is off. This is what you call user error. See this piece of foam right here? I'm surprised we didn't get a gimbal error, but yeah, we need to take that out before we take off. That was restricting the gimbal from moving like it's supposed to. So let's try that again and it should work a little better. I am truly surprised that it worked as well as it did. Let's see how quickly we get a connection here. And I'm going to move the drone right in the middle of the H.
Approached edge of altitude zone.
And yeah, okay, I've got a connection here. I'm going to start recording again, and I'm just going to do a manual takeoff, and we're just going to go straight up 7 meters. When we take off, it'll give me that warning, check complete. Let's do that again. And we're going to go straight up 7 meters before we move off. 6.8 meters. There's 7 meters. So that should be good enough. That, and then we'll see if we get a precision landing. Let's turn this guy around, just like we did before, and let's. It's asking for a firmware update. Yeah, no, we can't do that right now. We're back into Go Fly. Okay, so let's do our droney. We'll try that one more time. Reverse and up now. I gotta one more thing I got to do here. Okay, reversing up now. Reverse and up, and more on the reverse stick than on the up stick, because we're not going to go that high. And that looks good, doesn't it? And then watch when I let go of the stick here right now. You won't see any of that shaking that we saw earlier. And again, yeah, I feel pretty dumb about that. That was definitely user error. So okay, back to the task at hand, and we've burned up quite a bit of battery, but I think we can still do it. Let's head out on the rim of the canyon here, and I'm going to see if we can get over dedication point. I'm picking up that camera just a little bit. We're going to see if we can just kind of stay right on the edge of the rim here, and we may very well see some raptors and so forth flying up here near the rim. A lot of times you see a lot of ravens. Quite frankly, haven't seen a lot of activity here today, so I don't know where they're all at, where the hawks are at and the falcons, but haven't seen much today. But does this look cool on the rim of the canyon or what? I just love this look. I just think it can be very dramatic. Let's drop that camera down. The beauty of this Mavic 3 Pro is with obstacle avoidance, you're not worried about running into anything. It's going to keep you clear of trouble. We're in normal mode. And how fast are we going? Yeah, 15 meters per second. That's almost top speed for the little mini drone. And that's just in normal mode on this guy. So we can get down a little bit lower. And there's spots like this where you can see the edge of the rim collapsed. We got an aircraft that is due west of us. I can hear him behind us, but that is not anywhere close to where I'm at. Like I always tell people, some of your best shots are this close to the ground. Like how close I am to the ground right here. That's when you get often the best effect. So yeah, I was going to stop there, but changed my mind. Let's keep going here on the edge of the canyon and see what there is to see along here. Looks like we got another collapse right here. Let me kind of spin around as we go by this. Yeah, collapse down the side into the canyon. Little crevasse there. back full forward. And look at this, you got almost like a little rim on the edge of the canyon here. I'm sure that's probably just a different lava flow, and I'm grabbing a little altitude, getting it up a little bit higher. And we ought to be coming up on, yeah, we'll be coming up on dedication point here pretty quickly. Not too far down here. It's interesting how you can see the different lava flows in layers on the canyon edge here, and you can see that trail on the edge of the canyon. In fact, let's move over that way, and there's dedication point right there. And let's slow it down here a little bit, give you a look. And often this is where I'm shooting from dedication point here. And this is, you can see this is another area where the side of the canyon, who knows how many years ago, collapsed into the canyon. And there's dedication point right there. And I can hear Ted's drone coming back in, his Mavic 3. I don't see anybody here. Yeah, I'm just trying to look and see. I don't see anybody here at the canyon, unless I'm missing something. Of course, I'm just looking at the FPV screen here, but yeah, there's nobody here at dedication point right now. And we're still at 71% battery. We got plenty of battery. Ted's coming in for a landing. I hear that big Mavic 3 coming in for a landing right now, right behind me. Let's go on out here a ways. And you know, I always have to look for the compass, or I call it the compass. It's the arrow that would way back in the day point the mail planes towards Boise. And this, what you're looking at down here, is a fire break that they cut last year. And off to the left here, they burnt all this. And that was a controlled burn that they did. Yeah, and then right up here, I think this is the compass, I believe. And it sure is. So we'll kind of swing around and get a good look at that. And that compass, that I call it, that arrow, was built way back in the day, and it's kind of got covered with mud here, so it's not as easy, it's not as well defined. Usually those rocks are darker and you can see it better. And then here's the message in the rocks. And let's get back over the side of the canyon. And the other thing I want to show you here, and we're still at 66% battery, so we're in great shape. But what I always like to show you is that this always just fascinates me, this trail on the edge of the canyon here. And I've seen people walking on that trail. I got to be honest with you, I'm not sure I would be comfortable doing that, but they do. I used to see a guy and his dog almost every time I'd come out here. They would be walking down that trail into the side of the canyon. Let's grab a little altitude as we go up, and you can see the start of the trail. And then we're going to keep moving on out here, and I'm going to show you Swan Falls Dam. There you can see Swan Falls Dam off in the distance, and we're going to make use of the telephoto on this amazing drone. So let me see if I can center up on the dam. So we're just in 1x, and I'm in Explorer mode right now, so I'm going to see if I can slowly zoom in. It's 1.5, and at 3 we'll see it switch to the next camera. There's 3, And so now we're on that next camera, the 70 millimeter tele camera. And then we'll, let's keep moving in on the dam here. We center up it a little bit more. And now we're on the 7 by tele, so it's in that top camera. So we're at 8 by right now, and that is on the I think it's a 120 millimeter telephoto camera. And this will go all the way in to 28. And you can see the spillways there. They're not spilling any water right now. And yes, 27, there's 28. So that's max zoom. So that is just cropping in on that 7 by camera. And I'm moving sideways here so you can see the first building you see there is the old power plant that was built in, if not 1900, in the early 1900s. And I saw a little focus change there. I touched to focus to make sure we're focused in there. Yeah, so anyway, that was built in 1900. That's all shut down. That's kind of a museum now. In the summertime, they'll actually let you in there and look at that. And then off to the edge here, that next one that you see, that is the new, and I keep seeing a little bit, we get a little bit of blurriness in front of the camera. I don't know what that is. But that is the new power plant that puts out something like 20 times what the old one did, and you can see how much smaller it is. Okay, we're going to go back to 1 by and show you how dramatic, how far away we actually are. So that's a pretty dramatic zoom, isn't it? That's something else. Okie dokie, let's bring this guy on home. Maybe we'll get out over the other side of the canyon here and bring this guy home. Get on the other side, and we'll lower some altitude, get down in the camera, or down in the canyon, excuse me. Canyon camera, same thing. And I am full throttle in normal mode, coming back to us at about 15 meters per second. We are not, we are in the middle of the canyon, so I'm going to throw in sport mode. Let's kick this baby in gear. Let's see how fast we can get this guy back here. So it is moving up fast. We are at 20 meters per second. That is about 43 miles an hour, so not quite 21 meters per second. So we're in the, I think the advertised top speed on this drone, I believe, is 47 miles an hour. And we're about 14 meters negative altitude right now, kind of coming in, like I said, on the other side of the canyon. I'm going to see if I can move a little bit more to the edge too as we bring it back. And yeah, this guy's, it's hauling the mail right now. We're still at 50% battery, so you can see on the battery meter we're in great shape. In fact, I'm going to touch on that battery meter so you can see. It'll tell you how long until battery depleted, how long until forced landing, how long until return to home. And obviously minutes-wise, that's not much, but I'll remind you, we're going at about 45 miles an hour, so the drone's moving right along. I'm going to touch to focus again to make sure we're in good focus. One more time. Off to infinity there. Make sure we're in good focus. That's one thing you can always remember to do if you're in doubt. You can't always tell sometimes if you're in focus. Let's slow down here. Let's look at this. Look at that. I've never looked at the top of this before. Whoa, look at that. Okay. Let's kind of move around kind of sideways here. Got a little plateau here in the side of the canyon. I've never looked very close at that, and we're in sport mode, so that it was a quick yaw there because I was in sport mode, but anyway, I got a little confused. And there's little moths flying around me here, so I'm trying to brush those out of my face at the same time. Okay. Well, you know what else I think we ought to do here? I think we ought to drop this guy down low in the canyon, and I think we should do a, we're going to put it in normal mode, and we're going to do a return to home, and we're going to watch that augmented reality, return to home, fly this guy up over the edge of the canyon rim. Let's get her down low here. Let's get her, I think we can get, it really, I noticed that so for instance, as soon as I move forward on the stick, it stops descending or descends very slowly. So as soon as I let go of the stick, I can descend down. So I think that's something DJI does to keep you when you're over like water, like we are right now. So there's 100 meters. When we're over water, I think it keeps you from descending too fast to save the drone, save you from dropping the drone in the drink. Okay, I'm going to hit return to home. In fact, let's do this. Let's turn the drone the other direction, towards the other side of the canyon. That's directly towards the sun. Let's hit return to home, and let's watch what the drone does. Yeah, it turns around, and look at that. There you see that green line, and here she comes. Am I worried about it hitting the side of the canyon? No, I'm not, because it won't. It's going to, and we'll see if we get a precision landing here. I'm going to start my Action 2 camera back up. I shut it off while we were out there flying. It's recording again now, so we should see this. Hopefully we'll see it drop right down on the pad. But you can see the drone's already in positive altitude, so, and you can see that line. It's just almost like it's coming straight back to us. And yeah, there's the drone. This technology to me is just amazing. And watch it jump up now as it gets closer. It's going to go up and then come down. There she is. I'm watching the drone come right back at us. And I'm going to let the drone drop its camera here. As soon as it gets over the top of us, it will itself drop that camera straight down.
Landing.
And it's pretty close. It's a little bit off. Let's see if it finds it as it comes down here. I have a feeling it will. Yeah, will it? No, it's not. So I'm going to hit pause, and we're going to move the thing forward. So we didn't get a precision landing. Let me drop that camera straight down. We're going to go into C mode, Cine mode, move it over, and I'll make my own precision landing. Okay, straight down on the left stick right now. Straight down. And there we are on the pad, right on the H. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Mavic 3 Pro, that was a lot of fun. I like that. I think that's really dramatic, flying right along the edge of the canyon. And it'll be fun. I'll enjoy going back to look at the video off the SD card, because I know there's things that I missed looking at the FPV screen that I'll see on the actual video. But we flew all the way out there to Dedication Point and beyond. Showed you the mail plane arrow that pointed the old mail planes towards Boise, and then went out over the canyon and showed you how the 3 cameras on this drone, zooming in on the Swan Falls Dam there, and then brought it back on the other side of the camera, dropped it into the canyon, did the return to home, and watched it pop itself back over the side of the canyon. Pretty cool. Anyway, I had a lot of fun on that flight, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Again, you may be looking at this in December or January or even February. I don't know when I'll publish this video, but it's November 14th today. Nice, sunny, mild day. Great day to fly. So that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And yeah, of course, we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.